Just act natural. Just... Okay, yep, we're good. We're started. Today's a day. It's been a day for the past couple days. It's just been a cycle, you know? You wake up, stream, eat something, go to bed. Wake up, stream, eat something, go to bed. And that's fine. I'm fine with that. And that's the life that I chose. That's the job that I chose. And since I can't get hired as an actual worker in an actual fucking job, then this is literally the best I got to work with. So it's been streaming constantly or making videos like this. That's just how it's been going, though. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying how it is. There's nothing wrong with what I'm doing. I don't have a problem with that. It's more so just the fact that it's kind of just accepting that this is how my life is going to be for a good long while. And I think that's okay. Streaming by myself for the most part. Doing stuff by myself for the most part. Yeah, it's probably going to be like that for a good while. Need to sit this through, need to work this through, need to go through with this all the way. Haven't ever really been isolated in such a long time. But it's also just kind of me asking the big question of, when your entire life you've always been surrounded by people. Actually, no, better question. When your entire life you were always the outcast, always the one who was shoved away from the crowd, always the one who had no attention given to them at all by friends or family. Up until you graduate high school. And then suddenly you meet this big crowd of people. Meet all these friends. Make a family for yourself. And you try and make that family bigger, and you make it too big. And you do too much. You surround yourself too much. You drown yourself in the crowd too much. And you have to go back to the life of isolation, of being pretty much by yourself, minus maybe a couple friends who check in on you. How do you adapt to that? How do you readapt to that when you've had the life you always wanted for so long, but maybe you just did it wrong? Being this overly social butterfly that I was in the last couple of years, but I did too much. So now I need to step back. Now I need to be on my own again. But I don't like being on my own because it reminds me of that time when nobody gave a shit. Like, hell, I could have disappeared from my high school, and other than maybe like 5 people, no one would have cared. I could have died. Never come back. At most, the school would host some kind of thing saying that it happened, but after a couple months, no one would fucking know that I existed. I did not make a very big mark. I guess other than maybe my robotics group, they did care. At least the teacher did. And a couple of people in there did care too. And there was one person. She was special. Yeah, she was really special. Dated her for 4 years. And then she fell out of love with me. Drifted away from me, and we wanted different things. I wanted to travel, she wanted to stay in one place. At least that's the reason she told me. If it was something else, then, well, I don't know. It seems to keep happening. I connect really well with somebody, and then things just kind of fall apart over time. Whether it's me or them or outside circumstances, it just always seems to happen. Why does it keep happening? Why does this keep happening? Am I just doomed to always be in this endless cycle of rebirth and death constantly with my relationships? Well, I'm done. I'm not letting that cycle persist. Because in order for that cycle to persist, I have to allow for a rebirth, right? The death still hasn't come, but there's two possibilities. The cycle breaks here because death never comes, or the cycle breaks here because death does come and I don't initiate a rebirth. We'll have to see though. But anyway, back to the main point. How do you do that? How do you adjust? How do you go about being alone again? On your own? When it's all you ever wanted was friends and a group and people to care about you, and all of a sudden, well, you don't have that anymore. I know people still care, but also I don't know who really cares. That's the problem that I have with like the group that I'm in right now. This garden that I've created, I'm sorry, but I really just don't know who actually genuinely gives a shit. I know a couple people do. I live with one of them. I know there are people. It's just there's so many that I don't know. That's the part that makes it hard. It's like, and even my old circles, even all the people that I've known for the past couple of years before the garden was a thing. There's also just been so many fakers, so many double-faced, backstabbing bastards, so many manipulators, so many people who aren't even actively manipulating or malicious. They just say things behind my back and complain about me behind my back, but they don't say anything to my face anymore, or at all, or ever. It kind of makes it difficult to really understand and just know, who can I really trust? Who's real? Who's a real person and who's just a mask with the devil behind them? Or hell, who's just a mask with nothing behind it? It doesn't have to be a devil. It could be nothing. It could be nothing back there. It's just, there just isn't anything beyond what they say to me. There's no substance to the words. I've had a lot of those. Had a lot more devils though. I've had my fair share of knives thrown to my back. And I'm getting kind of sick of it. So, yeah, I don't know what to do anymore. The only thing I know how to do is keep streaming. Keep streaming, keep trying to make revenue, keep going. Every day. For the rest of my life. Never stopping. Until I can either miraculously get a job or find a solution to this big problem of who can I trust? Who is real and who's just a mask? Maybe it'd be best said as this being advice for you guys, for everybody out here watching my videos. Ask yourself that question. In your circles, in the people you trust, who's real and who's just a mask? Ask yourself that. Sorry, I don't know why I did that second zoom. Probably wasn't really necessary. And I just realized I forgot about that. Don't worry, it's a detail you don't need to worry about. Just another personal issue that I don't really feel like talking about on video. I'm sorry for that impression. That is very much a meme impression. That is not one that I like doing often. I don't know, just not sure. You know, I just don't know. So I'm gonna try and figure it out. I'm gonna do my best to try and figure it out, and I hope you all figure it out too. I'll always be around, just might not be open. Take care.